Hello, everyone. I'm Motoyoshi Ogaki. Nice to meet you. Today, I'll explain the differences between PowerShell and Command Prompt, as well as how to use virtual environments in VSCode. Furthermore, as shown in this video, I'll also introduce new discoveries that I've verified through actual testing. As always, mastering the fundamentals is most important. If you watch until the end, you'll certainly understand why. Is everyone ready? I'm sure you are. Now, let's get started right away.
Hey, is Mamu, the usual narrator, absent today?
Oh, hello Seiki-san. For those watching this channel for the first time, she's the one who usually does the narration. Apparently, my previous videos were too technical and complicated, so nobody was watching them. She suggested I should try making a more basic video for once.
Then what's with this swimsuit? Did Mamu tell you to wear that too?
This was my own decision. Hey, Seiki-san, you're not angry, are you?
I'm not mad or anything. Just get on with it already.
Well, let's end the small talk here and move on to the main topic. First, we'll create a Python virtual environment in a specific directory using PowerShell. You can do the same thing from VSCode, but there are actually some points that will affect usability later on.
Hello everyone. I'll be joining too. I'm still learning and don't understand much, but pleased to meet you all. I might say some confusing things, so please don't get mad at me.
Nakatsugawa-san, you came. We've been waiting for you. I'm getting excited now.
Who's this scantily clad woman? So this is the kind of stuff you're into, huh?
Yes, that's right. Wait, no it's not. Let's continue then. I'll now delete the Python virtual environment we created earlier. This step is actually surprisingly important because if it was created with the wrong Python version, we need to recreate it. This command works the same way in VSCode too. In the video, I deleted it using a command, but the easiest way to understand is by deleting it through Explorer. While we're at it, I'll also show you how to delete it using Command Prompt. Don't worry, I'll provide a diagram of this command later. I don't think there's anyone who absolutely needs to try this right now, but if you do, please copy and paste from the link in the video description.
Command Prompt used to be the mainstream, but these days PowerShell has become the standard.
So PowerShell has been becoming the standard shell without us even noticing.
I'm getting a little confused. If Command Prompt is from the old days, do I still need to learn it?
Command Prompt is an old Windows operating tool that still works today, but if you're just starting to learn, I'd recommend the newer PowerShell or Windows Terminal instead.
Still, sometimes you'll need to use CMD for older tools. It's useful to know at least the basic commands. After all, it still comes standard with Windows.
That's true, you might need to use it someday. Now, let's look at the differences in how virtual environments work in PowerShell versus VSCode. Oh wait, before that, let's briefly touch on the order of environment variables.
This is a good idea. This part is surprisingly important. Here's a chance to showcase what this channel is about.
When setting environment variables, the key point is to put the path for pyenv, which is used for switching Python versions, at the very top.
Huh? Seriously? Will it not work if we don't do this?
It's not absolutely required, but there are cases where things won't work if you don't set it up. On the flip side, sometimes it might work just by luck, but it can lead to issues later, so I recommend setting it up in advance. Also, the command shown in the video might be important. It's a command that tells you where Python is installed.
If nothing is displayed, that means it's not installed, right?
That's strange. It should be installed. I'm counting on you for support here. Seiki-san, I'm in a bit of trouble. What should I do?
Huh, you're asking me? I don't know either. This kind of thing happens all the time when you're working with computers. For now, why don't you try using Command Prompt?
I see. I'll try that. It worked. Thank you very much.
Huh? Why doesn't anything show up in PowerShell, but it displays here?
Whoa, that's a tough question.
Oh? Did I ask something difficult?
No, it's fine. Seiki-san, you're up.
This should be the narrator's job, but I guess I have no choice. Thinking pyenv was the issue, I tried it in Ubuntu. Though the commands are different from Windows, it displayed correctly there. Since I really wanted to get it to show in PowerShell, I asked an AI about it. It gave me some PowerShell script, and I followed the instructions, but nothing showed up. Well, it didn't work in the end, but what's important is that we tried.
So that means we can just use the command prompt, even though it's older. I didn't expect to get hands-on experience with it so quickly.
That's true. But since we've come this far, I'll explain the rest so you can understand. By the way, this Windows environment has a standard Python setup without pyenv.
This pattern applies to many people's environments, so it's quite practical.
Yeah, since this is a standard setup, I tried to see if I could check where Python is installed, just to be sure. As shown in the video, the result is that nothing displays.
So it's not a bad idea to have some knowledge of command prompt, after all. But you've tried various methods, haven't you? I should learn from that.
Keep in mind, though, if Python's path isn't set in your environment variables, it won't display properly. I'll show you a command that works in PowerShell too. Just remember, this is for a standard Python environment. If you have pyenv installed, it'll show a batch file instead.
Thank you for this. Let's enter the command and check it out to make it easier to understand.
It's really helpful for beginners when you demonstrate it.
Now let's try the command we were shown. Great, it's displaying.
By the way, this command will show it too. You need to pay attention to the title bar area where it will be displayed. I figured out this command through my own research.
I learned a lot from this. But there are so many different commands to look up the same information. It seems difficult to memorize them all.
It's not realistic to memorize these, so it's fine to just remember that they exist. And when you need to use them, you can just copy and paste. Now, I'd like to discuss the differences between PowerShell and VSCode while also touching on pyenv. This folder was just created, and checking the Python version, we can see it's 3.12. This computer also has pyenv installed, which allows us to switch between Python versions. Let's review by trying to switch the Python version specifically for this folder.
Wow, wait! Nobody told me we could switch versions like that.
Don't worry, it's covered in previous videos, and I think other channels probably show this too. See? It's switched successfully. Also, I'll create a Python virtual environment now so we can compare it with VS Code later. After creating the virtual environment, please remember to check that files and folders have been created inside this directory.
Oh no, I don't even know what pyenv is, so I'll need to study it later. Looks like I'm going to be busy.
Yes, that's the spirit. Oh, let me clarify something before there's any confusion. Actually, since we're working with Windows, it's officially called pyenv-win, which has the differences shown in the diagram. The original pyenv is a tool for Linux environments, but if you want to use it on Windows, you can utilize git bash or WSL as shown in the diagram.
When you install pyenv-win, you can use commands like the ones shown in the video. In other words, you get more commands to find out where Python is installed. Just keep in mind that these are provided by pyenv itself, and the command structure just happens to be Linux-like.
I can't fit any more information in my brain. For this part, I'll just stick with command prompt.
I understand well. Next, I want to switch Python versions in VS Code to clearly show the differences. The process is the same as in PowerShell, so we'll move through it quickly.
This is based on my experience, but you might want to update pyenv. The reason is that with older versions, changes don't apply immediately, and you need to restart VS Code. I definitely remember that before the update, Python versions wouldn't switch unless you opened a new window in VS Code or restarted it completely.
Oh, you're right. It's already switched to the new version. Let's continue by creating a virtual environment, but I recommend using a dot in the name. That's because .venv is a special name that VS Code automatically detects.
No way! I've created virtual environments before, But do I have to add a dot? I created it in PowerShell that time.
I understand well. But VS Code might have trouble detecting it. Also, PowerShell and Command Prompt don't have that kind of automatic recognition. In other words, you don't need to add a dot if you're using PowerShell. But people often forget that you need to activate it manually. Now, here comes the main part of this video.
What? You've got to be kidding me. I'm already exhausted.
Come on, please hang in there a little longer. Alright, let's delete the virtual environment and check out VSCode's unique creation method. I'm avoiding command operations as much as possible to make it easier for beginners to get started with confidence.
I'm pretty sure any beginners watching have already dropped off by now.
Really? But that's so helpful. Being able to see it visually is great.
Yes, the prerequisite for this is having Microsoft's Python extension installed. Installing this extension makes what we're about to do possible. It's a major feature that's easy to find, and it's already installed.
Since this one comes up in the recommendations, I already have it installed too. I was nervous at first, but it's surprising how you can understand things as you learn, even if you didn't know them before.
Yes, you probably didn't realize it, but this feature has been making things more convenient.
Oh great, trying to sneak in the swimsuit again. I'm too tired to even comment anymore. Just continue with the rest.
Okay, I understand. From the top blank field, you can select Create Python Virtual Environment. Did you notice it?
Before that, I thought swimsuits appeared because the background was at the beach. But anyway, putting that aside, I understand what you just showed. This screen displays both the Python installed by pyenv-win and the Python installed on Windows itself.
Yes, that's correct. Furthermore, the virtual environment folder has been created with a dot at the beginning of its name.
If we can activate the virtual environment here, then we've successfully created the Python virtual environment.
Great, it worked.
To be extra sure, try entering the command we learned in today's video.
Yes, this is the command, right? Perfect.
You fool! What's the point of checking the Python version? Not that one, the other command. That one!
This is troubling, I don't understand. Nakatsugawa-san, do you know what she means?
Huh? Did we learn a command like that? Honestly, I have no idea what she's talking about. Seki-san, please help us out.
Are you serious? Have you already forgotten everything we just covered? You're both younger than me, aren't you? That's concerning. The answer is right there in the video.
Thank you. As an apology, I'll try activating it in Command Prompt as well. I'll also check where Python is installed to make it clear. Great, it worked. And thank you everyone for your hard work. That's all for today. Looking forward to the next video.